Hello, welcome to QuasiMorph. So this is the biggest update we have seen so far, and I said in version 0.6 that it was worth paying full price and playing as much as you can, but now 0.8 is much more than that and you can play almost infinitely. Now let's go first of all over all of the new things they added. We have difficulty options, easy, normal, unfair, and customize, which is great. We have a few new locations, the Brahma Futas, basically a new demon faction, and I think 2 or 3 other factions which are a little more interesting. And we also have 6 mission types, 6 new mission types, and the ability to choose a side in the conflict before the mission begins, which is great because a defense mission can turn into an attack mission if you join the other side. Or some of the other missions can have really interesting effects because a mission might be 2 skulls if you do it for the first faction, but if you switch sides it might have a 4 skull rating, which is a little more interesting than we think because it basically changes the whole layout of the mission more or less. We also have the barter system overhaul, which improves relationship to gain direct access to specific trade resources, meaning you can directly buy your buffalo, hooray for buffaloes. And they also balance the equipment, and I think they introduced some new things here and there, meaning we have new guns, a lot of new guns from what I can see. Some of them will be really great, but the main problem will be that they'll be very hard to access unless you get chips from the faction, because otherwise you'll have to fight their endgame factions, which will take you probably, I would say, about 20-30 hours of playtime before some of the factions reach endgame. Now, the new mission times will be ritual, infiltration, heist, surveillance, escort, and counterattack, and depending on which side you choose, they might have, a different mission. So for example, I think the infiltration will become a kill the squads, or I don't know, I tried it a little bit before. I'm afraid of escort though, that sounds like escorting an NPC, I don't like how that sounds. We have also a new mechanic, total faction destruction. Sadly, from what I can see, we cannot turn that off. That's the worst thing in the game in my opinion. That should definitely be a toggle because, remember Battle Brothers, they actually made it a toggle so you can disable it because, I don't know, it's kind of sad losing an entire faction for an entire playthrough because you might end up in a situation where all of the factions are destroyed by 2 or 3 corporations and the Venus demons win. That sounds weird, I don't know, we'll have to see how that works. New mechanics, station population. Population growth affects the speed of resources consumption and production on station. This is an interesting one because they never really mention how many resources a station can produce or consume. Consuming them probably means they can buy more, I don't know, it's not really well explained. Added a cap on Magnum projects at the maximum level. This is also one of the things I don't think I will like. So basically the Magnum, the ship, will have a maximum level, and at that maximum level you cannot get more upgrades of a special kind. So basically it's mentioned that if you upgrade certain things on the Magnum, you'll get more cap size, meaning you can upgrade more stuff, but it doesn't specifically say that you can get all of the upgrades like you could do before, so that's a weird one. They also overhauled the barter, the faction tech mechanics. Barter, I think the faction tech is a lot more balanced right now, meaning they balance them, and some of the factions will get access to chips, will give you access to chips much earlier, some of them will give you much later. Reward mission, reward selection algorithm, and reward pool. I'm not sure if that is good or bad. I was getting junk in the beta. Armor penetration formula, I'm not a fan of this. Will die a lot more, you will see, even on normal you'll die a lot more. They reworked the grenade, meaning you can see the flight path and the affected area, which is not so important because we rarely use them. Probably should use them more. Also, they added a new item type that grants experience to specific perk group upon use. Now, this is actually very deceiving because it means you can get, for example, the communication devices, basically the 3 types of tablet and some of the medicine stuff. They can give you almost enough experience that you almost fully level them up, some of them. I think in the beta I used 2 items and it maxed out a skill, a class perk for a clone. Which was amazing because basically even if your clone dies, you can just use these things to level it up to max again, but you do have to stockpile them. It's not as easy as it sounds, but basically you can level up a clone in a few missions if you find the right items, especially the Tanner Rat. Yeah, Tanner Rat is still super strong, but it's not as strong as it was in combat, so that's going to be interesting to see. And some the original perk selection The original perk selection reset will be free, meaning if you mess up a class, I think you can reset it for free back to how it was originally. And they did some UI stuff and some other stuff, but basically that's it. Also, I want to look at the difficulty settings because this will be a major part. Now, you may be wondering, well, I cannot see what the difficulties do. Well, customize, look at over here, and over here you will have exactly how it looks. So, let's spend a little bit of time to go over this one. So, on normal, you can extract when you have obtained a chip, and you'll also get an emergency case. I'll mostly compare it to normal or unfair because that's what most people will be playing, or at least the people watching me will be playing. So yeah, on normal, you can leave when you obtain a chip and you have emergency case. The emergency case is the case of basic items you get when your character dies, which is not available to you on unfair. Floor restart on death, that's only for the easy difficulty, which means if you die on the floor, you restart at the beginning of the floor, which might be actually worse than you think because you might be ending up repeating the same floor 10 times and dying every time instead of just, giving up on the mission. I don't know, that depends on the point of view. Another huge change will be that the cloning needs a new chip, which is kind of scaring me. Because you unlock a clone with a chip, and for example you get Percy. You will see a bit later in a few minutes why I'm so worried about this one. Let's say you get Percy, and if he dies, you'll need a new chip to get a new Percy clone, which will be horrible. On easy, nothing is lost. Lose perks on death, lose everything on death. Only on easy you don't lose them. So even if you die, your clone can retain its progression, which is kind of nice in a way, kind of bad in another way. So normal, it's 100% of perk experience needed, but on unfair it will be 200%. So those items that give you perk experience, you'll need twice as many on unfair. So instead of 2 items to fully level up 1 or 2 skills, you'll need 4 of them, which is fair, I guess. So the game will never be trivial ever again. Now, this is the big change. So in my opinion, not the chip, the cloning needing a new chip is the big thing that will change the way the game is played, but is this one. The unfair, you'll have actually less starting operatives. So I'm not sure if the operatives you get are random. I guess they are random over here. Okay, they are random. Okay, so let's look at all of these things. So, unfair, normal. So they're not random on easy, they're not random on normal, but on unfair they are random. So that means I have to restart the game a couple of times until I get Percy or whatever classes I want. Well, based on how you view things, this can be amazing, this can be great, but that also means you can get probably Percy as a permanent clone without needing a new chip to always craft the clone after you die. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's worth noting. So that's what this means. Normal, you don't have a random. Unfair, it's also... But this also means you can basically get a Percy. Well, I guess that's the rule. This is the only way that they balance this difficulty, meaning you can get a Tanorat Percy in the beginning of the game, while on normal is not possible to get that, on easy is not possible to get that, on unfair it's possible to get that. Also, random starting equipment means you will also get a lot more stuff that can be good or bad. Repair after mission, that's not even available on normal. Difficulty curve. Well, I think the difficulty curve means the game will be easier in the beginning and much harder later. I'm not sure what it does on unfair. It might mean that the progression of the factions is more uneven. So you might encounter many more stronger enemies in the beginning than in the end game. I don't know, it depends on how you view things. Difficulty curve means you'll see a lot more dangerous equipment, and you can also loot more dangerous equipment in the beginning of the game. But I'm not sure to what degree this on unfair. Tutorial. Now this is another important thing, because as you can see, on normal you do the tutorial which will give you a few extra items, but you don't do it on unfair. We'll leave it like that. And don't understand the point of the random starting location. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any purpose, but it's like that. Okay, now the enemy HP, as you can see, on easy they have less, on normal they have 100, and unfair 120%. Now the big thing over here is not the enemy HP or the enemy sight range or the damage, or it's this one over here. So on normal the enemies will have 0 bonus action points, meaning if an enemy has one action point, they'll shoot once. But if you play on unfair, they'll have 2 action points. Or at least this is how I understand it, because they get the bonus action point. I'm not sure how it works on easy, because it says they have -1. So if they have 1, I think they'll have 1. On normal, if they have 1, they'll have 1. And on unfair, if they have 1, that means they'll have 2. So be very, very, very careful about this thing over here, because it's probably the most deceiving thing in the combat menu. Sandbox. Faction growth on easy. I'm not sure why this. Faction growth might be the rate at which a faction acquires new locations, but it's not very clear. It might also be the rate at which they acquire technology. In that case, it's not that bad. And I think you get a lot less faction reputation points after the missions and the reward points. The reward points are, well, I guess this is another thing I have to explain. After you do a mission, you actually get your points, you get your rewards, but you also get trading points with them. So it's not very well explained. But this means you'll get less reward points after a mission. And I think that will also determine the amount of items you get. So I think, okay, let's say it like this. Reward points, I think they are the points that you can sometimes fully convert into rewards given to you, and sometimes you get, let's say, 3 or 4 items and a few barter points with that faction. I think sometimes you might also get the full amount in rewards, but anyway, it just means that you get less rewards from missions. Dignitas for selling, I'm not sure what this is. They might allow us to directly sell items instead of bartering, and that might give us the currency directly with that faction. I don't know, we'll have to see how that works. Now, normal number of enemies will be... It's not that bad, because only on easy is it much lower. So this means instead of 100 enemies, you'll face 120. Which at that point, it doesn't really matter, number of items. I think this is the number of items they carry on them. This actually is, again, very, very deceiving, because on unfair, that might mean you kill enemies and they don't have anything in their pockets. So imagine how disappointed you would be in Tarkov if you kill an enemy and they have nothing in their pockets. Another problem will be the crafting speed, which is annoying because this will only affect you in the beginning of the game, but later on, if you, for example, lose a clone, you probably have to spend a couple of weeks to craft its armor, weapon, and some other stuff. So, again, if I was playing on unfair difficulty and you are just someone who started doing the game, I would modify this one, so to take time. I would modify this one to have enemy AP at 0. And I would modify this one, the crafting speed, I would put it on max, because there's no really any point in wasting time. But for us, we'll play on just the unfair vanilla game. Now, sadly, I don't see a way to turn off the faction destruction. So my only problem is, I'm afraid that I'll end up with a galaxy where we have only 2 or 3 corporations. And that would be silly, because that basically is a game over anyway. And it doesn't allow you to play the infinite game, so I suppose... at some point in the future we'll have to start a new game when a new patch arrives, and they'll probably fix most of these things. Now... get over here. Like I said, I'll have to restart the game a couple of times, so let's see how this is on unfair.
The history of humanity is written.
We still need to do the mission, so remember, you don't get the tutorial, but you still need to do the mission. So let's see how this will be. This tunnel rat. I still prefer Percy, to be completely 100% honest. Well, I guess item capacity might be super good, because it's not only about the item capacity or armor or dodge, it's also about the accuracy. Francis Reed is also a good option all the time. You look at the amount of items. Okay, so you don't even start with the backpack and the items are random, so I have a quick restart. No, there's no restart option, so that's annoying. If the developers wanted to introduce this mechanic to the game, they should have made it so you have a quick restart.
The history of humanity.
No, we don't have the story mission. Well, so I guess we can look at our classes. We got Francis again. The pistol. Okay, let me reroll a couple of these until I get what I want.
The history of humanity is written in tears. The history of humanity is written. The history of humanity. The history of the history of the history of humanity is written. The history of humanity. The history of humanity. The history of the hi- the history.
Okay, we're back. After about 4 minutes of resetting, I guess it's pretty easy to get what you want. Probably it will take you 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how lucky you are or how unlucky you get. Yeah, Percy, and he's the proud tunnel rat we know him to be. Now keep in mind that some of the classes have changed and some of the stats of the clones have changed as well. I don't really remember his stats, but I remember he had very poor accuracy, which is 55, which is some of the lowest. Usually they have 60. His pain resist is great, 18, they didn't modify that. His self is 150, the dodge is a bit dodgy. The starvation limit is great because it's 2400, so I don't know, it's just a character I prefer because of a lot of other reasons. So play with what you like, especially because of the difficulty will need you to enjoy the game as much as you can. They also modify the immune response to not give you armor or resistance as it used to be. Just gives you a lesser chance to get a wound, which is important in a lot of cases, but at the same time it's a bit underwhelming because, well, a lot of stuff will kill you without you even having a chance to react, like for example fire, other effects, bigger guns, critical hits and stuff like that, just because you don't have the extra armor. Also, the shotgun ammo damage has been kind of nerfed because shotguns themselves are weaker in this version of the game with how the game works and how much armor the enemies have. This is still great, but you need to level it up. Animated is actually a pretty good one as well because it will allow you to stabilize a lot of wounds. So you get a wound, you stabilize the wounds. Caution is still pretty good. Yeah, this is also pretty good in the beginning. Yeah, you also get random items, which can be a little bit annoying because from what I can see, you didn't get a weapon. So this is like it's a bigger problem than I thought because look at this. What are you supposed to do? I mean, what am I supposed to do? I will equip a soda can in my hand and just go over there and pretend I'm, you know, Solid Snake or Big Boss or Boss, whatever you want to call him, and just infiltrate their compound, sneak behind them, use the can to distract their attention, and then hit them in the head. I don't know. Feels like it's a bit silly that you don't get a weapon to start off with. Anyway, we'll just have to play without a weapon. I thought it would be mandatory for you to get a weapon in the starting screen, but guess I was wrong. Also, they probably want you to craft a weapon, but I don't think we can even craft, if I'm completely honest with you. Let me look. Because I think we need the... Yeah. Probably need to make the... What's it called again? Ah, the conveyor belts. Production to have... to have a number of slots available to us, meaning we need to this one to have one slot available to us. Analyzer. Well, let's look at all of the things they added. Oh, this is still not in the game, the navigation last tree over there. This is still not in the game, sadly. The research... I guess, yeah, that's not in the game also. Okay, so it seems like they didn't add new stuff for the ship. I guess the next update will finish the stuff for the ship. Well, how? What are you going to do about how? Okay, let's not think about that and let's look at the wonderful list of corporations and things we'll have to help. So we will try to help the civil resistance just because I like them and I want an ally in the station. Plus, it seems like they'll give us some really cool stuff in the end, but I'm mostly interested in the beginning of the game where you'll get access much easier to their level. Level 7 gives you access to their armor, which is kind of cool. Plus, these weapons over here will be probably good. Plus, it just gives you access to basic stuff like some armor and some other stuff. I mostly help them because I want to fight against the corporations. Future of Revelation also be my friends because they have shotguns. They have very easy to unlock shotguns, and later on they'll have very cool things. This is new. I don't remember that. That's a very interesting shotgun. Also try to help the smaller corporations so you can see more of them. Also help these guys because apparently they have what I would call a bolter. This is the new ammo type. It's super heavy ammo type and it's kind of like the caliber of a bolter. Well, it's not exactly. It's a little smaller, but this will have to do. And it looks like it has a chain weapon here. Plus the frame power armor. So you have power armor and something that resembles a bolter. So yeah, getting close, you know, to that thing. But not only that, they also have chips very early in their list, and also at level 4 you get access to the buffaloes, which is great. Guilty. They have kind of space-faring looking stuff, but they generally have normal weapons. I mean, we'll help them, of course. because this is the first time we are seeing this faction, so we'll help them. As for Core World, I think I mainly want to help them because of their laser weapons and some of the other stuff, but mostly because I don't want to fight against them. I don't know, I haven't made up my mind with Core World. It seems like they don't have really cool stuff. A grenade launcher at 8? No, thank you. Grasshopper are basically the cowboys, so they have weapons that look like they're from the Wild West most of the times. Not interested in that. Realware, well, we have to help a corporation, and I'll just choose Realware because of their buffaloes and their good armor. The weapons are not so good. Oh. They actually balance the classes to be a lot more interesting. Maybe I'll not even help Realware because we probably can get backpacks from the Unchained Belt, maybe? This bin is kind of annoying to fight against, so that's probably why we'll join them. Oh, no. Ancom is very annoying to fight against because they have the lightning guns and the super strong sniper rifles. They must have buffed this one since it's the last one. Yeah, I think for now this is the only faction with lightning guns, so I'll have to join them. I forget about joining Realware. I don't care about them. We'll fight them, of course. It would be harder for us to get the buffalo backpacks. Looking. Yeah, okay, so we'll not join. Ancom will be the only one corporation we join just because I hate fighting against them. And there is no really good defense against them. I don't know. Just in my other episodes, you'll see very quickly that there's no fighting them. You'll just die a lot of times. It's not like Coven. What do they have? Do they have anything interesting? I would say nope. I like their weapons. That looks very cool and menacing. Planet Bridge, they have the thingies, the weapons that don't need ammo. But their armor is very weak. Armor is so weak, I don't think I'll join them. Oh, French combat. They're the prison faction. Oh. Huh. I guess their technology is not that good, but you get an armor set super early on, plus a lot of turrets. Grab them as well, the chems. Wow, they really balance them in such a way that it's actually worth it. Okay. We have 3 corporations, we have 6, 7 corporations that want to help, and the rest will have to destroy. I guess I can... No. We'll help the new corporations deal the Unchained Belt. The other faction is not mentioned over here, but it's actually the demon new factions. Okay, so this will be it. Tunnel bridge. Wait, does it actually say? You have the... Anyway, this is how you change the site. So sabotage. If you change the mission, as you can see, sabotage is 5 skulls. If you change it, it will be 3 skulls. Which is a bit concerning because 2000 is not going to cut it for us. It's over here. As well, I don't want to fight against them. I'm not sure why the Unchained Belt fights against the Civil Resistance. That's a little bit weird. This will be so weird. I think I'll die a lot of times and it might not be very interesting to watch how I play in the beginning because you just go into the mission, die, and then you have to try again. I mean, how are you supposed to do this without a weapon? I would also really wish if you subscribe to this faction it will do something. For example, showing you what factions you actually support. There's no point in even trying that. That seems like it's too hard. What are all of the easy missions? 3 floors. Fine, I give up. Percy, sorry, but what am I supposed to do? Yeah, take the soda can, it will be useful to you. So take 2 pieces of food with you because you cannot even make more food. This will be as ridiculous as it gets. I mean, yeah, they should have probably, I mean, okay, this is what I don't like about the developers. They should have tested stuff like this. You should always get a guaranteed weapon. I don't care if it's a knife or anything. You don't get a weapon? I don't want to sneak around for 1 hour and then die. I want... Might be a weapon in there. And more shotgun shells. I guess we'll keep the can in case we see an enemy. Wait, how did I open that door from there to here? Let's try the other way. Well, there's nothing here. I guess we'll just go and try and punch them. That went very, very smooth. I like that one. Huh? Oh wait, so you don't get another class? Well, what happens? Okay, this is so weird. I thought... Wait, this is weird. No, this is not right. So what happens if you lose both of them? Oh, come on, really? But if you cannot replace the class you lost, what happens if you lose again? Is this game mode unplayable? I mean, I really want to play like this, but if that's the case, I'll have to change it. Classified. Oh, so it's random? Oh. Okay, so if you lose your starting characters, you will get a class that has no bonuses, but on the bright side, look at this class, look at this. Its health is 140, which is great. Its pain threshold is 16, its accuracy is 70%, it's actually better than Percy. We get to keep the tunnel rats. Well, yes, I cannot really complain too much about it. I guess we'll have to play like this with a classified tunnel rat. And we'll have, okay, so I don't have to restart my game, but this is a bit ridiculous. I think the developer should have... Man, really? This is why they should be more careful with what they do. If you don't get a weapon as a starting thing... Yeah. Goodbye, boss. What do you mean game over? So that's it? You get a game over screen? Well, that's a big waste of time. So you lose your first clone, your second clone, then you get a third one for free, and then that's it. Bye-bye, boss. Yeah, I think this is a problem. The game is unplayable if you have the cloning like this, needing a new chip. So I guess you need to put it on time. So I cannot play on the vanilla setting because this is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. You have only 3 clones, you don't have a weapon, you might not have a weapon in the beginning, and then you have to play like this. A good thing I noticed this early on, because otherwise I think you can play about 20 hours, and then if you just run out of clones or chips, you'll just get a game over pain. Good. It's hopeless. In a way, this mission is harder. Even though this is a one skull mission, it feels much harder because they're just killing me with shotguns. At least the other ones had some more diverse ways of killing me. Let's hope for a weapon. I don't know. I think I'll just keep all of my attempts in the let's keep all of my attempts in the video, and after I finish the video, I'll have to win the mission of camera somehow. He has a wrench, but at least he's a worker with not a lot of HP. Okay, we punched him successfully 2 times. I want to get the wrench, rats. I cannot get... Couldn't get his item. Well, I guess it's the same thing more or less. That's a shotgun. That's a series of hits with lower accuracy. Okay, the range is amazing. One-shot him. That's my jacket, I guess, for in certain situations. We still might die because of the infection. We have a hazmat suit, but that will not help us for long because they poisoned me. Now I have a helmet. Yeah, this is already a bad run as well. Crowbar. Wait, what is the damage of the range? This is lowered because we are wounded or something. Just got sprayed by chemicals and almost dead. Well, I guess we got lucky because we had the poison resist because of the hazmat jacket, but still, not cool. It's not cool at all. That's 2 and 2. Guess we'll have to take his nail gun. Just in case. This is still pretty much game over from what I can see. Wait, how do you deal with poison? Not sure, to be completely honest. In the hyper pants are not better in any way. I guess I need a melee weapon and a ranged weapon, but if I use the problem with the chemical spray is that if I use it on someone or something, I cannot pass through that ground for a long time. Shitty pen. Well, poisoning. I mean, I can still die from very, very normal means. Actually, that's a little better, but let's... No, I have to keep the range. I don't think we'll find a medical center. And that one will just keep opening itself, probably.
I'll make something of my life and come back with success.
Well, he had some food which gives us absolutely nothing because of the penalty to the caloric intake. But this is junk, this is a bullet. Out of ammo. I guess that's bad. And that wounded leg keeps reopening itself. It is unavailable. There's not much I can do, is it? I mean, I can pretend I know what I'm doing, but there's not much I can do. Handyman. Guess this is better for what I'm doing right now. This is silly. We're never going to finish the mission at this state. Oh yeah, I forgot we have basically free hands now. Okay, I think we have successfully eliminated all of the other effects. All of the other bad effects, that is. Can almost eat. Good chance. Here we are puking where we are finally healthy, so this is the best chance we have. Guess we need to fire 3 nails. Now we are advancing, we are slowly advancing on the scale of everything. Wait, so is it repairable with junk? I think this is only repairable with armor plates, okay. That's going to be a much better melee weapon. Let me see the... Oh, the accuracy is much lower, so I guess the range is still the better melee weapon overall. Sorry, don't spray me with your nonsense. When did the nail gun become so nice? The nail gun is actually super strong right now. Okay, we have regained... Man, so tense. What I was trying to repair? Forgot what. I guess we can technically eat the meat. No, I don't think we'll be forced to eat the meat, the human meat. Oh, thank you, game. So now we have a proper weapon. I guess I'll keep the... you know what? Put that away. Keep the pistol. Can probably use the shotgun at this point. Put the ammo over there. Why is our max health 100? Wasn't supposed to be 100? I don't know. I guess I need a tourist backpack. I would really like to have 2 shotguns, but I don't think we'll be allowed to have them. What is that repair then? Oh, come on, game. Definitely keeping that. Inventory management is so much more worse when you know you're going to need a lot of junk, basically. Wait, is it? Guess I need everything from here, but I don't have space to take even a single item now. Gives me more fuel, 300 for... I guess it extinguishes the fire, so I'll take it. Take this as well. Yeah, well. Okay, can cook some meat in here. Wait, can I repair this with this? Yeah, it's a crude mechanism. I'm not really using up a lot of calories, fortunately, but I have to be super careful. Finally, some good things. Increase our immune response to actually a very good level. I don't really need that. I guess I can take that, but it's not really needed either. Guess decisions. I'm very much... Go. Putting the pistol down. Maker box. As well use it, right? Well, I waited an entire turn and nobody showed up, so I thought it was safe to move, but no. Hmm. 10 to 20. Nope, it's not worth keeping anything. Okay. I guess we can play a little faster now, even though I'm really worried about my current HP. Exactly. Carefully move. I'm out of food already. Wait, how many rags do I have left? Oh, I have a lot of rags left. I guess I can just use the auto dock. Okay, we're back 150 health. That was useful. Wait, what? Oh. This cannot be right. Some carapace armor would be lovely now. Such a tense game, and it's also very, very annoying because I'm simply not finding the way forward now. Just super, super annoying because I don't really have a lot of time. I need to go places. Some of these people were carrying food on them. Do I want to cook and eat this? No. Will I do it? See? Well, it smells like food. It looks like food. I guess it had the bone in it, okay. We're all feeling refreshed now, so we can go and finish the mission. For a delicious snack. This is just the elevator, if I remember correctly, yeah. Somehow we made it to the next floor of the mission. Somehow, some way. We have to destroy an objective, but we don't have any signal, which is bad. Oh, why is it a room like this? Okay, this is interesting. So we have explosive ammunition. I guess it will be very useful if we run out of the normal ones. Medical room. Now let's take the medical items just in case. Hey, that was a helpful room, so we can reduce poisoning and alcohol addiction plus wounds. I forgot that heals all of the wounds. Well, I hate to say it, but how will I know what I have to destroy? Okay, that worked better. There's a nail gun. Not going to risk it. Well, I guess I can probably just get all of the nails and use them. Okay, this is just a lot of micromanagement that is interesting, but kind of annoying at some level or another. Yeah, the game is totally different when you have to manage tense things like this. I'd like to take this ammo as well, but I think I'll need the other ammo as well. I don't want to throw away the range. Yeah, that's the range of that. Okay, because it only has a knife. To be honest, bullets I can use are better than guns that I don't have ammo for. During a very mysterious and dark room. Well, how do you do it? I guess you have to open the door like this and hope that they will come after you. Ready to fire.
I'll be happy in the future when I get what I want.
Okay, don't mess around with them. They will kill you. What did I say? Don't mess around with them. You can just see how scary the nail guns are right now. Take that. I like an extra backpack, but good luck obtaining one. Looks like we're clear. That's interesting. I think I'll definitely enjoy the shotgun play a lot more, and it seems like we have a lot more ammo for them either way. All of the nails we have. How do they survive some of this stuff? So that's 7 to 14. That's an inferior shotgun. Oh, I need a crude mechanism to repair it, right? Right. Hey, the nail gun is my best friend from now on. Oh no, the armor, the helmet is getting really messed up. But I thought there was one left, so again, it's kind of misleading sometimes when they say there was no one in the room, but there was actually someone in the room. Well, I want to keep some medicine on me, with me. Well, decisions, and more decisions. Give away the bullets and just take the cloning control system. There's nothing left in here. Oh, now they'll give... well, I guess I can do that. There was nothing in the room except a lot of enemies, mostly, as you saw.
Just begin to leave, and again, battles are everywhere.
Not going into that room, just explode it and wait for the enemies to come to us. Huh? Okay, that was it. Is there only 2 enemies in there? And one of them had a helmet. Okay, this is also... is scary. Almost didn't notice this guy. Okay, there's no one in the big room, really. I haven't seen anything that looks like a jammer. Remove the fuel just in case. think we can slowly move forward. Slowly but surely. Man, so much loot will be wasted, but there's nothing I can do. I really hate when they do that. I mean, how can they... Well, I guess it's because of their extraction points. They'll travel up to you and hit you in the face. Not falling for that old trick. I'm not going to blow up the barrel. That's annoying. I guess it's a good weapon. I can keep it a little longer. 9mm bullets, exactly what I needed. But I don't have anywhere to put them, do I? This is decisions all over again. Not just forget about the cloning equipment. We don't have enough space for it. Can I just say how much I hate the barrel being there? Okay, so the jammer was exactly what the thing will explode. I don't trust that, so let's run away fast. Also, be very careful, because that explosion can come really close to you. I wonder what happens if you're out of ammo and you have to destroy the thing. You just have to punch it and then it will explode in your face and then you'll die. That will not be so fun. This is risky. I don't like it.
We should advance on the Kardashev scale.
I'm greedy. I mean, this is definitely not worth it. Oh, an impactor armor. Okay, maybe it was worth it somehow. We have a full impactor set, which, believe it or not, is the best thing we can get at this point. Did I press my luck? Okay. Come over here. Well, I guess it's ammo. It's free ammo. I don't really need that much food, but I definitely need more ammo. Rats. This is so annoying because you'll just move into a wrong direction and then you'll get shot. You really could use cigarettes. I think we're making some progress somehow, somewhere. These things are just way too valuable to give up. I don't want to give up the other items either. I want to keep the... So, loot goblin or not? To be or not to be the loot goblin? Hyper pants. I want to see what's in the room, mostly. So this one only heal poisoning. Actually, it's very good because I need something that will heal the poisoning. The only thing I'm not really sure I need is these shotgun shells over here. I might use them. No. guess let's just don't take the stuff that we don't need for now. I mean, we made a lot of noise. What can be... Okay, we finished. We finished the first mission on unfair difficulty after so much time. That was nerve-wracking. You have to play this so carefully, and I hated every moment of it. Okay, Alice, please tell me you'll give me something really good for my trouble. Out of trouble. And I got what? A few slugs, some super ammo, and the mine chip for... Oh no, that's actually a full stack of ammo and other stuff. Okay, I take that back. The slugs are not that good, but at least it's a lot of ammo. I am so tired after this mission, yeah. See you next time, bye bye.